Hello, it's Brandon Devnich from i3dTHEMES with interactive number 25. You know, this morning I was talking to Colin Fraser over in the design lab, and he was telling me about this game that he loves to play. It's called Star Citizen. It's a space simulation game. It's a huge multiplayer online game, and it's probably one of the most successful crowdfunding things of all time. I think they've raised something like 150 million, yes, million with an M, $1 million for this game. And there are thousands of people that work for this organization that develops this game. And Colin likes to watch the development team talk about what they're doing, because they're a very transparent company talking about all the things that they do. And one of the development guys was saying that what they do is basically they solve problems that you didn't even know you had with technology you didn't know existed. And that's essentially what we do here at i3dTHEMES, but for web development. We solve problems you didn't even know you had with technology you didn't know existed. You know, with our website plugins, and you know, specifically with Accelerator, which is a website plugin that speeds up your web pages and the loading of those web pages. And so that brings me to ask the question, is this on your radar? Making sure your web page loads fast. Because nobody's going to say, "Hi, I'd like to have a slower page, please." No, you want to have the fast loading web page, right? So given the two options, you're going to go with fast. Everybody would. And this is really important because to consider, because when you're working on a website, whether it's your own website or a client's website, really everything is all about getting the pictures in there, make it look pretty, get the text in, make sure it's all formatted, looking good for mobile phones and tablets, and it's all good, and client signs off on it. But is it loading fast? Google provided a tool to us called Google Pagespeed Insights. And you can punch in your website address and find out how you're scoring, right? And you can find out, most web pages, when they don't do any optimization, could be running somewhere around 50 out of 100. And it's really important to, as web developers, to try to do everything we can to the final project to make sure it loads faster, because everybody wants a faster loading website. Nobody wants to go click on the link to your website and go, "Oh, when is that going to finish? No, you want to have a fast loading web page, right? And you want to seem more attractive, not just to the search engines, because if you have a slow page compared to your competition, all other things considered equal, the other guys are going to get ranked better. But also, for people just viewing your web page, because you don't want your page to be slow. You want people to be able to stick around because they're not having to wait. And sometimes it's the difference between a 1 second load of a page and a 3 second load of a page. If somebody has to wait a couple extra seconds every time they go to click on a link on your website, maybe they're not going to stay as long. So this is something that you can really work on. And you can do this stuff yourself. You go to Google Pagespeed Insights, you punch in your website address, you follow their recommendations, and you can implement it yourself. It can take a little while. And some of it's a little technical, and you can spend a little bit of time learning on how to do all this and become a guru at this yourself. But, we were doing a lot of conversions ourselves, setting up sites, making sure that they're fine-tuned for getting a good page speed score and loading fast. We said, Colin says, "I wish we just had a tool that would just do this." And I said, so anyways, I think I got interrupted there by a phone call. So I said, yeah, let me look at that. And so that's why we developed Accelerator. So basically you can go install it on your website, turn it on, and you're starting to get faster page speed scores right away, and your pages are loading faster. So that takes us to what we were doing here this week in the Code Lab, which was all about the optimization of the performance of the Accelerator website plugin. The delivery of the images, the optimized images, the delivery of the optimized, minified CSS and JavaScript. Huge improvements just in the last 2 days alone. I think we posted up these changes last night, so if you have Accelerator and you haven't updated in the last week, gee whiz, take advantage of this, run the updater, get those updates. Huge improvements to performance. We probably have another 3, 4, or 5 weeks of development that we're going to do in this phase of Accelerator before we begin work on the WordPress plugin version of this. I know a lot of people have asked us, do you have a WordPress version? Well, that's going to be coming. So we're going to start work on that coming here probably in the next month month and a half. In the design lab, Colin has just been overwhelmed with projects. I mean, this poor guy, he hasn't eaten lunch in a week. He's just been plowing through the day. We had probably 10 people in the queue as of last week, and he's just been slogging through just the big projects and just working long hours. We've got it down to about 4 people just in the pending queue. 6 projects just about completed or ongoing. In addition, he's also been working on working out his design series on the UI and UX of Rasa and how he went about doing all that, sharing all the secrets that he uncovered in the development. And so he's going to be doing a design series, doing blog articles, as well as YouTube videos, and possibly even some live YouTube streaming videos. And so we're looking forward to that design series coming very soon. Also, we have started work on the Rasa WordPress theme, which is pretty cool. And we've got most of the top of the homepage all done, but there are a lot of so cool features in this. Is that even proper English? I don't know. Really cool features in Rasa that we have to develop some special widgets for. So it's going to take us a few weeks, maybe about 3 or 4 weeks, and then we'll probably have that in our catalog probably by mid to late March, I'm going to say. Anyways, that's what's been going on here, keeping us busy this week at i3dThemes. Thank you so much for joining me, and we hope you have a very great weekend, and we will talk to you again next week.